Hey everybody, and welcome to a special show. Of course, the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and we're going to have a lot of fun with today's crypto show. We're going to give our usual market update, of course, stock market, crypto market, Bitcoin, and then we're going to get into PulseChain, and we're going to check out Finvesta ecosystem. It is a pretty large ecosystem there, and it's got some clever tokenomics. So we're going to get into all that, get into the chat, and if you're in the community, say what you like about it in the chat there. Get involved. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you like daily crypto, of course, get in there. And we're also going to be obviously covering other PulseChain things. We've got Signum Oracle is imminent launch. I'm just telling you, it is very close for the Signum Oracle launch. That's going to be pretty big. So we've got cool stuff happening on PulseChain. The Finvesta ecosystem is expanding, looking pretty impressive, doing extremely well on the charts. We've got the Signum Oracle coming. That's a game changer for developers on PulseChain. We don't have an Oracle on PulseChain, so that's going to be huge. That's going to obviously open up big DeFi projects and stable coins like PUSD Algo and so forth. So and Mafia and other casinos, all sorts of stuff coming from that. And then we're going to wrap up the show, of course, with our TitanX update, and that's Stop Bleeding Out. So we're going to talk about the pros and cons in the TitanX ecosystem moving forward as well. So we've got a lot in store for the show. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to have a special guest, of course, MV. MV is going to be from Finvesta community. He's also a member of our Discord. So he's going to be in the live stream today as well. So we've got a special guest coming on, talk about Finvesta. So a big shout out to him. He's been doing a lot of good stuff in that space. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's get into it. Welcome to everybody. And like I say, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. Now, later today, I will be doing another show on politics. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up as well. So it'll probably be about 4 or 5 hours' time. So if you like a bit of everything, that's what we're going to do on the Crypto Night Show. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do, let's say hello to a few people in the chat. And I'll bring up a few comments here. We got, what I got, please, Chameleon in the house there, Finvesta. So we've got an enthusiast there. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well in the Finvesta ecosystem. We got Pierre in the house there. People sleeping on Finvesta. What's it? Finfire. Remember, and Missor on PulseChain should wake up. Should wake up now. They say. Now, just remember, one of our principles of this channel is a family channel. If you could just keep it PC language, it'd be great. We got Hedgehog in the house there. Woohoo! Good to see you as well. Wookie's in here as also. Wookie loves to be in the space. Nice one. Yeah, you're having a good time. He's in Finvesta, I'm sure. He's normally onto these pretty fast, like MV is in our community. So big shout out. We got a strategy club in our Discord. It is called Strategy Club. If you want to join up to that, that's really good. Get in there, $35 a month. Fantastic value. We're pumping Intel there every day of the week. So get in on that and having a good time there. We got Brian, our community leader in the house there. Good to see you, Brian. Sup, folks? Good to see you as well. And yeah, the intro was definitely played, so yeah, it was looking good there. We got Hexcavator as well. Hey, gang, good to see Hexcavator in the USA doing some amazing stuff. They're building out some pretty important infrastructure there as well. We got Property Review in the house there. Good buying right now. Hey, look, it is a buyer's market right now for sure. We are going to have a bit more volatility with the Trump tariffs and some of the markets, but apart from that, I still think a pretty good buying for sure. You got to pick and choose though, and be very careful what you're picking up. Brian says MV making an appearance. No way. Yes way, Brian. Yes way, he is. So that's going to be a lot of fun. He's in the studio in the green room right now. So watching the show. MV Johnson and Johnson. He'll get you back for that. Okay, he'll get you back for that. You know. And Pierre says, but people shouldn't be sleeping on Finvesta ecosystem. Truly life-changing money to be made there. Yeah, absolutely. It's got some pretty cool tokenomics and definitely, taking PulseChain by storm. So we're going to talk about it today. How could we not, eh? How could we not? All right, but without further ado, let's get into the coverage today. We're going to start with the stock market. Let's quickly have a look at that before we get into crypto. So we've got the S&P 500 as fall on NVIDIA as NVIDIA stumbles. Now, NVIDIA, it did well yesterday after the close, but has more further analysis of NVIDIA. The market's sort of a bit more shaky. Also got tariff concerns with Trump still pursuing tariffs on Mexico and Canada for, I think it's the 2nd of April or 4th of April. So we're going to talk about that quickly. So let's have a look at the results. We've got the Dow Jones is down 44 hundredths of a percent, 193 points to 43,240. We've got the S&P 500 down 1.6%, 94 points at 5,861, and we've got the Nasdaq down 2.8%. That's a pretty decent hit on the Nasdaq there today at 530 points with 18,544 on the index. Now we've got US dollar is up to 107.21, the index, so that's up 0.8%. So it's a pretty decent jump in the US dollar there. Commodities, West Texas is at $70, just down slightly. Brent oil is at $73.41, up 1.8%. Gold is down. It's down. So it didn't hit the 3,000 mark. It is at 2,887, just down slightly today. And silver is down slightly as well, $31.55. So that's what's happened in the markets overnight on stock market and commodities. Now, NVIDIA fell more than 8%. So NVIDIA, the number one stock market there, adding a lot of the value in the top 7. NVIDIA fell more than 8%, weighing on broader tech sector as its guidance for Q1 profit margins fell short of estimates, overshadowing Q4 results and revenue guidance for the current quarter that bet analyst expectations. The semiconductor giant noted that its income margins had dropped due in part to uptick in costs around its new data center gear and larger pay packets for its growing workforce. Blackwell-related gross margins, so Blackwell is the AI chip, their super chip that they just started producing in December, if I remember rightly. They had margin headwinds appearing to be more significant than originally anticipated. This is from Deutsche Bank. First quarter gross margins of 71% is roughly 1% below Deutsche Bank and NVDA's target of about 75%, which is now expected to be achieved in late FY26. So that is an issue there, but we'll see. It's going to be ebbs and flows for NVIDIA there and the AI revolution, right? That's where the biggest capex. We just saw $1 trillion of AI capex from the Trump administration through Apple and Oracle and others, OpenAI. So it is a big deal there with NVIDIA. Now, the other thing was Trump, of course, confirmed that the proposed 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico, despite good negotiations recently, would still come in effect on March the 4th here. I was pretty sure it was March the 2nd, but hey, let's go with March the 4th, arguing that drugs are still entering the US from those countries. In a post on his Truth Social platform, Trump also added that China will face an additional 10% surcharge on March the 4th, adding to 10% tariff that was already imposed on February the 4th. And I think they've already got a 25% tariff, so that's 10% on 10% on 25 from his first administration. We cannot allow this scourge to continue to harm the US, Trump said, and therefore, until it stops or it's seriously limited, those proposed tariffs are scheduled to go into effect on March the 4th. Now, this is going to shake stock market a little bit coming up, so we're going to have continued volatility as Trump is, restructuring the world, as it were, and that's potentially in early March there. So, in early April, I should say. So just remember that. Actually, 4th of March, so my bad, coming up very soon. So we might have a little bit of shakiness in the early March as well. China will likewise be charged an additional 10% tariff on that date. This marks from Trump clear confusion around the tariff deadlines for Mexico and Canada. The president's comments a day earlier appear to suggest that he may permit 1 month delay to April the 4th, which I think he probably may go to. So we'll see what happens there. That was out of the meeting with the UK Prime Minister today, which I posted on this channel. So we'll see what happens there, right? We'll see what happens there. All right, so those are the highlights there at the moment from the stock market. And some of the key things that we have to keep out for, right? So, crypto market's not isolated. We've got to keep track of the stock market, got to keep track of commodities, and of course, track of government policy, particularly the United States, particularly with Trump coming in, been around for about a month and restructuring the world order as best he can, and hopefully towards freedom, prosperity, and safety. That's what we all want there. Hey, we've got some more comments as well, so let's get into it. We've got Nico in the house there. Evening, champs. Good to see Nico. And Hedgehog says, MV, get on the show. I should get a spanner, just saying. He'll be here soon enough, that's for sure. And we got Chameleon says, Finvesta, Finfire, and Missor, OG, Web Chef changing crypto on PulseChain forever. Yeah, so Web Chef, they're doing a big deal. We're going to be checking that up once we get up to PulseChain coverage. So big shout out for that, and I appreciate the super sticker there. All right, looking pretty good. All right, so Bitcoin at the moment, $84,500, pretty flat. I mean, it's slightly pink, but it's pretty flat at the moment. And the Bitcoin dominance at 58.63%. Remember the last bull market in 21, the Bitcoin dominance got up to about 70%. And then we had altcoin season once it started dropping. Well, we haven't even got that high. I think we got close to 60%, and we're still waiting for altcoin season, right? So things are a little bit different this time. We've got millions of coins now. We've got a mature investment route into market like ETFs and government and corporates entering into the ecosystem. Obviously, we're waiting for the Trump plan in terms of Bitcoin Reserve and SEC, even more out from SEC around the regulation. We've seen early signs which are pro, but at the moment, we haven't seen that hard concrete stuff that the market's waiting for. So let's hope we get some of that sort of signal in March, because that will help potentially offset tariff impacts, and then also allow us to continue the bull run, which we're looking forward to in 25, 26 for crypto, right, with a pro-crypto president. Ethereum at the moment, $2,285, down 2.7%. We've got BNB down 1.8%, $604. ADA down 1.4% at 64 cents. Tron down just under 0.5% at 22 cents. And we've got XRP down 1.17% at $2.19. So they're all down at the moment. Even Litecoin is down there. You can see down 0.9%, $126. But we do have a bit of green. We do have a bit of green. Let me find it though, because I just lost my sheet there. We've got the bit of green here from Solana. So Solana's up slightly there, $137. Now, is meme season over? Ask yourself. Well, it could be over for a little bit after the old Trump token and Melania token. And of course, was it Malays from was it Argentina, his token as well. But yeah, it's just probably taking a little breather while Trump is shaking the world up a bit there. Now, looking at Bitcoin, this is the hourly chart. We can sort of see we're zigzagging down. Once we broke $92,000, we were going to go down, right? Probably was way in favor of going down there. And we're at 84,439 at the moment. We have bottomed out only a few hours ago at 82,600, the second time that we've had that, because we had that earlier yesterday, and we've got that again today, getting down to 82,583. Now, moving to the daily, let's go to have a look at the daily on Bitcoin. Because that is what we've been looking at there. Now, I did say that the daily, we've really got horizontal support at this green line, which is 72 to 73,000, and you can see that there on the chart. That's Bitcoin history. You can see the history there. We've had a lot of resistance at that level. Now, none of us really want to go down that far, of course, because we want altcoin season to come. But that's where we are at the moment, and so let's see. We can hold on to this 82,400. Moving ahead. Now, obviously, a bit of shakeout too. We may have a bit of shakeout into early March based on these tariffs. So let's see what happens there. But if we do get some, more executive orders or more policies, at least around the Bitcoin strategic reserve, those sort of moves, that would be seen as very hyper bullish, and we could bounce out of this very quickly and continue on our rally for 25, which we are expecting. Still expecting that. But just we got volatility at the moment, which can be pretty brutal in crypto, as we all know, right? So we can have it really good here. See, back here in November, we can have it also pretty bad, like we are having it right now, right? Typically, everybody knows that it's probably about 20 days in the year that everyone makes money or loses money in a dramatic fashion in crypto, and no change here, right? No change at the moment. So that is where we are at the stage. Still expecting potentially 150K. Probably by late March, early April, definitely still possible, but we'd have to have some pretty dramatic turnarounds for that. So that may get pushed out a little bit there, but that target is based on the 830, 870 day cycle for Bitcoin from the bottom that we have been using. So we're just, history rhymes. Let's see how much it rhymes. That's what we're going to find out. Now, in terms of February has disappointed, so markets can disappoint. And of course, history doesn't even necessarily have to repeat, doesn't necessarily have to rhyme, and sometimes it creates new history, right? So here at the moment, we got February at negative 17.8% for the month. Now, typically, we'd only had two other months, 2020 and 2014, where crypto had been negative. So it had been mostly green in February. February, typically one of the two best months, in addition to October, right, of the year. So at the moment, we're down negative 17.8%. So instead of getting positive 17%, we got negative 17%. So not much fun there. And of course, that was after a very positive January of 9.3% for Bitcoin. And of course, we're all looking for altcoin season. So let's see whether March can pick up some better results, potentially after the tariffs are put in place, and we get some positive crypto policy out of the administration. And of course, that would be very bullish to get everything back on track, get money funding through the ETFs. We already see that we've got superannuation retirement funds starting to allocate some crypto. Corporates are starting to allocate some of their budget into crypto. So it's just early days. And so we're still expecting a very bullish 25, 26 ahead of us. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Now, that's going to lead us into PulseChain update. So that was our crypto update, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We've got DG and Hexagon in the house there. Good morning, everybody. Or good, was that good noon? Good noon. Or good to see a DG anyway. Big shout out there. Now, let's get into PulseChain. That's going to lead us into Finvesta ecosystem, which we're going to be covering today. That's our spotlight topic. And we've got day 657 on PulseChain. We've got Pulse. These are the Richard Hart tickers. We've got at quadruple 0369 down 7.8%. So yesterday, PulseChain was holding up when the market was slamming. It is pulling back a bit there today. Actually, yesterday it was down as well. Sorry, the day before I think it was holding up a little bit. And of course, we're down 7.8% on PulseChain at the moment. So PulseChain is sitting at 37% of the mean sacrifice price at the moment. PulseX is at quadruple 0292, down 10%, and the buy and burn is sitting at 1.29 trillion. So that's definitely increased there. What's helped to increase PulseX volume? Well, it's been pump.tires, it's been the Finvesta ecosystem, it's been these kind of innovations on PulseChain that have really helped to elevate the tokenomics. Some of those driven by Richard, some of those driven by other people in the community there, which is pretty cool. So we're currently sitting at 6.47% of all PulseX has been bought up and burned at the moment. Incentive token, $1.92, down 8.8%. The ratio is still holding up pretty nicely, 52,000 pulse per one incentive token. And as you guys know, Richard's team has cut the inflation of INC, the incentive token for PulseX V1 farms, by 20x, which means it's only 5% of what it used to be. And therefore, the supply of incentive tokens isn't going to increase very fast anymore. And it's down at 0.03 INC per second. So it's down pretty low now. Hex at the moment is at 1 cent, down 8%. EHEX is at quarter of a penny. The combined price EX and PX is at 1.28 cents. And of course, that is a pretty good damn deal because I'm expecting some big things for Hex in this bull market cycle, and especially with some of the mechanics that Richard Hart has available to him, or at least his team, right? His team. We've got the gas prices there, 6.7 million beats. Now, obviously, as the chain gets more valuable, it gets used more, the gas is going to go up in price, and that's what we're seeing. Finvesta is probably one of those key ecosystems that's helping driving this as well, with all the transactions, as well as many other cool projects like Mafia game, the number one GameFi. We're going to talk about that. That's doing quite a bit of activity, number one NFT marketplace. And so that's going to be a lot of fun seeing that, including the metaverse as well. And of course, this is all going to step up probably quite dramatically when Signum Oracle launches. That is imminent as well. And I will be interviewing the founder of that probably tomorrow, could be. So there's a hint for you, probably tomorrow. And so you know how imminent that's going to be. And that is a game changer as well. So we're getting some really cool stuff happening on PulseChain. Even though the market conditions are very volatile at the moment and on a bit of a pullback for the majors, we're actually getting some really good stuff happening on PulseChain, which is very, very positive. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. PulseX swap at the moment, 9 cents. So people used to be sub 1 penny. We're now at 9 cents. Seems to be pretty regular these days. Just the way it goes when you've got a more valuable chain. And Richard Hart said that's exactly what was going to happen to the chain. And that's what seems to be happening there. We've got 47,235 active validators on PulseChain. So that's been going up the last couple of days. So more confidence getting into the chain. You got more people coming in, betting Pulse and becoming validators, or at least staking the Pulse that they have. So that's really positive as well. The bridge at the moment, let's have a look at that, 105 million. So that's definitely come down. We used, maybe a week ago, we were over 120 mil. We're down 105 at the moment, obviously reflecting the ETH that's in the bridge and the wrap Bitcoin in particular. The DAI and stuff like that seems to be pretty stable at the moment, despite the INC inflation rate cut there. So that is kind of where we are on the majors on PulseChain. In terms of the volume, we're at $29.2 million of volume on PulseChain. And hey, look, I mean, I think Finvesta's being a big contribution to that. And we've also got the total transactions at 258,000 at the moment. So that's on the slightly lower side, but definitely having cool ecosystems like Finvesta and others are definitely helping with these transactions. So pretty cool there. Now, we're going to have a quick look at the highlights here. We've got a couple of tokens here at the moment on trending 6 hours. We've got Most Wanted, which is one of the pump tires. That is one of the top tokens on pump tires. That is up 2% at the moment. Teddy Bear up a little bit there from James Maria, who I understand is a bit of an inspiration for the Finvesta ecosystem for that founder. So we're going to talk about that and so on. So we've got a little bit of movements there. A Doubt token there, 25 days. Looks like another pump tire one there. That's up 8.7%. So we've got a bit of movers there. Now we're going to get into tokens like Finvesta. You can see down at number 11. It's just down slightly at the moment. So we're going to talk about all that. But before we do, let's go to the website of Finvesta and pull up our special guest, MV, and get into that. So we're going to switch over there and get MV in the house. Hey, MV, how you doing?
Howdy, howdy. How you doing?
Very, very good. Good to see you. And I see you brought a few friends with you as well.
Oh yeah, just the whole Finvesta community following up.
Yeah. So good rally there to the community there. Big shout out from MV for sure. We got Brennan in the chat there as well, our TA guru. A big shout out to you, one of our moderators. Good to see you, Brennan. Hope you're doing well. And of course, yeah, definitely smash the likes and subscribe if you're new to the channel, especially if you love daily content on crypto, PulseChain, and some of the cool ecosystems like Finvesta. We'll be covering all that. And I've got probably be doing Signum Oracle tomorrow, which is massive for PulseChain as well. So we've got some really good stuff happening here for sure. Very nice indeed. So kind of cool. So you've got a few things about this ecosystem for Finvesta here, which we've got the website. Do you got any particular insights onto this ecosystem? I'm going to post the link to Finvesta website in the chat there,
Mm-hmm.
so people can check it out.
Well, just do a quick rundown about what the whole ecosystem is about, and then we go from there.
All right, sounds good. All right, so this is the website at the moment for Investor Ecosystem. This is the website. I just posted in the chat there. You guys can see it there on the Crypto Night show. So definitely check it out. Now, all crypto speculative. Do your own due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff. You really must do that before you decide to participate in any project. That's true of anything. Generally crypto speculative, but even within crypto, there's more conservative, more speculative. So just take that into account. But this Finvest ecosystem is definitely making waves on PulseChain. Definitely got some cool, I would say, relatively new tokenomics there. So we're going to get into that now. So the Finvest ecosystem basically is a whole suite or set of tokens that do different things. Some of them have taxes, some of them don't have taxes. But underlying it is a bit of magic sauce there. We're going to get into that as well. So let's quickly bring up, if you go to the website and you see this little question mark, bring that up because that kind of gives you a bit of a summary there, the FAQs, as they say. So this has got some mechanism called printers, how printers work. So when you get in some of these tokens, you get airdrop pretty much into your wallet rewards from its activities, right, on PulseChain. So how do the printers work? Well, they use black magic to keep the money printers going. Brr. So there's a little bit of secret sauce in there going on there. A blessing coming from nothing, yet will be used to make Finvesta the best ecosystem on PulseChain. Number two, will I still get rewards if I add LP tokens? The short and simple answer is no. So it's really not about you adding LP. I notice rewards have slowed down. Why is that? So you might get that sort of activity happening. When volume picks up on chain, the distributor that gives you those rewards into your wallet, they go straight into your wallet. It's pretty clever. Once you own those tokens, the underlying tokens, you get those benefits. A distributor tries to save itself gas by doing larger transactions when distributing rewards instead of spending a ton of gas on smaller transactions. You'll notice in the night, rewards tend to pick up because the chain is slowed down. So when there's low gas, they end up dripping that out, all those rewards that it's been collecting for you. Why choose Finvesta? That combined with the token rewarder technology, and people love that. You get this underlying token, and you get the rewards just into your wallet. Pretty cool. And of course, PulseChain does super duper well. You're going to get massive price gains as well. Pulse, you get also passive income automated by the bots. So if you're wanting a bit of the underlying technology, it's got all these bots running, making all this stuff happen, as well as trying to create imbalances between peers to increase the opportunity, and therefore you get more returns. For investors, not only hyper deflation, no, they often burn a lot of their tokens there, burning $1,000 a day. They're indicating here. It would depend on the markets, but that's kind of where they're at there. Not only the hyperdeflation, but with a fixed supply of 21 million, that's for the main token for Finvesta. Obviously, there's a whole ton of tokens in this ecosystem. It becomes a better Bitcoin, so you can hold for the rewards and own more of the circulating supply as time goes on, all while being a part of the Finvesta community where we're focused on passion and growth as automated as possible, earn and burn with Finvesta. So it's got some cool stuff there. But like I say, Finvesta is the main token, but there is many others in the ecosystem, which are pretty incredible. So you got any more to add to that, MV?
Yeah. Basically, just on top of that, the whole ecosystem is created by OG Web Chef, which is a proponent from the Atropa ecosystem. He was inspired by Maria, which is
Yeah,
the dev
James Maria.
from,
Yeah, the super
yeah.
dev. Yep.
And the whole Finvesta ecosystem is kind of a mixture between AI and automation, which is, you've seen it, though you've seen those concepts running on on their own on PulseChain before, and this is
Yep.
kind of a mix of all of them together,
Yep. An
where you can
amalgamation
have,
of all over.
and then you have, like you said before, the printer tokens and the tax token. So they all kind of feed off each other in different ways,
Mm-hmm.
creating the imbalances and forcing the bots to trade with each other, creating volume,
Yep.
automated volume, basically.
So this picture here is a bit of a digital picture of the founder. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. As long-term students of futurology and an expert in ITEL 4 processing and automation, PulseChain has become the ideal home for Finvesta ecosystem. Through AI automation and blockchain technology, I push the boundaries of innovation in the digital landscape. As a veteran webmaster, I consistently seek new ways to optimize and automate processes. In collaboration with key figures like a Tropa developer, I work towards building dynamic ecosystems and focused on passive income. So a Tropa developer there being James Maria, the super dev, and yeah, pretty cool. And I think someone had a comment up here earlier, so I want to pull that up just about the founder there. So let's just pull that up. We got there. Scroll. Oh, I've actually no, it doesn't seem to have the comment there. Yeah, who did you say? Master Chef was it? That's the one. Master Chef.
OG Web Chef.
OG Web Chef. Okay, cool. Is the founder there? Nice. All right,
That's
so
it.
we got the experienced investor, the oceans. Was it the ocean's most deflationary asset? Welcome to the
Mm,
forefront of crypto innovation with Finvesta, the most deflationary asset on PulseChain. Our ecosystem is achieving remarkable results with 1,000 plus investor tokens burned every day. This aggressive token burn enhances scarcity, significantly drives up demand, and creating an unparalleled growth trajectory for our community. What powers the success? Our cutting edge smart contracts serve as amplifiers, integrating volume bots to ensure consistent trading activity. Each transaction strengthens the investor ecosystem, maximizing value for holders and reinforcing our commitment to the deflationary model that benefits everybody involved. So a bit of black magic, as he said in the Q&A there.
mm.
Join us as we lead the charge into transformative financial future. With every token you hold, you're part of the movement that's not just about numbers, it's about real impacts. Secure your place in Finvesta Revolution today. So some pretty exciting stuff there. Now, here are some of the ecosystem tokens, so you can participate. They're all different from each other. Is that right, Envy?
Yeah, maybe we should just run through the main ones so
Yeah.
people have an idea of what they do. Say, for example, the main token of the ecosystem, which is the Finvesta.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a 5% tax
Yeah.
by buying and selling, where 4% of those taxes are burned, and 1% gives you a self reflection of Finvesta, right?
Yeah.
So by now, the supply of Finvesta is over 95% burned, the
Wow.
entire
Okay.
supply,
Yeah.
and
Now,
in a span of a year, right?
so this is kind of the parent one, right? This is kind of or maybe the grandfather one is the one that is the key one. And so there's about 21 million tokens. You're saying like 95% is burned so far, so it's pretty
Mm,
dramatic. And it's got a 5% tax, 4% burn, and a 1% self reflection there. So
exactly.
that's pretty amazing. So out of that 5%, 4% is burn and 1% self reflection. So, and the chart that looks like this. So this is the Finvesta chart at the moment. It looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's just been going up forever. So then another one that is pretty interesting is
Yeah.
the Finfire farms, which,
This one here. Yeah.
yeah, which is let me have a better look at it. Yeah, okay. So it's pretty similar, but they have different features, such as it's got a different tax bracket, which is
3%.
3%.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and 1% in Finvesta, 1% in buy and burn of Overkill, and 1% of self burn. So Overkill must be another token of the ecosystem,
Yeah.
which I'm not familiar with, but let me have a look real quick. Overkill. So
And this
Overkill has a 444 4.44 tax,
Yeah.
and it gives you rewards in OG and auto LP and self burn. So
Hmm.
all these tokens, they have these different tweaks to kind of keep the ecosystem going, right, and create
Yeah.
this so-called imbalances to
So they offer you something
force.
different. They also offer the overall ecosystem something different with all the peers webbing together, so you create more
Mm.
value that way. Yeah.
They basically created a liquidity web with all
I see
these different tokens.
the Finfire chart's very different looking. That the sort of was very quiet, and then it just started rallying up there. So it's
Hmm.
pretty volatile. So it's a lot more volatile compared to what we saw with Finvesta, which is kind of just ticking up there as well. So it's probably interesting that it's kind of asleep, and then it's just taken off to the moon here. Pretty crazy there. So a lot of big value there.
It's true. So maybe another couple things we could mention is the printer tokens, which
Just
is
scroll down there on the website just a moment. The tokens. So there's many tokens in this ecosystem. Look at them all, heaps of them, and they're all webbed together, right? So all
mm,
benefiting each other. So we got what do we got there? Zero tax tokens, arbitrage sorties, and
yeah.
this
So
this this moon one here. And then we got tax reward tokens, Escobar, OG Web Chief, which
mhm,
is after the founder there, and Overkill, which we just talked about. You just talked about that earlier, being
mhm,
related to the other one. We got Rothol there, 888, do or die. They got very different taxes. All of it. I mean, look at 888. It's got 30% tax here, 20% auto LP stacker. So they're all very different for each other. So you're gonna have to pick and choose out there what you like. We've got Friends, we've got Baby Bear, and we've got Finvesta, of course, recovered. We've got Fluffy Drinks, Fanta, Raise It Up, Numbers. So there's lots of different, they've all got different tokenomics attached to them. Stagnation, Nakama, Astronomy, and then we've got Tetra, Phoenician, Geometry, and then we come down to these set of printer tokens. We've got
mm,
Nana, Missor, which we're going to talk about Missor, right? WGPP, Dominance, and Remember. And Remember is another one we could probably talk about as well. So
yep.
let's do that.
Yeah. So the printer tokens at the moment are the hottest tokens in the ecosystem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say for example this Misor and this Remember. Misor gives you payments in Finvesta, which is the main token of the ecosystem. You kind of need it
Yeah.
to do other things easier, right?
Okay.
So in the case of Remember, which is the one that's kind of popping off at the moment,
This one
is
here. Yeah.
the reason is because it just drops people PLS every X amount of time, right? So the
Okay. Good.
more activity there is, the more PLS everybody gets.
Yeah. Let me just pull those up. I just want to bring those stickers up.
And basically the way they do that is by having reverse liquidity engineering, quote unquote, reverse liquidity engineering,
Hmm.
and then which comes down to those imbalances we were talking about. It's a combination of supply and arbitrary imbalances, so they can create endless streams of rewards.
Yeah. So it's operating. You hold these tokens like Missor and Remember token, and it's operating in the background with all these other tokens using these bots that are
Mm,
operating, making imbalances, making profit off all those arbitrages, and then you end up getting it at different times during the day, depending on the gas price. You're getting it dropped to your wallet, and
hmm.
that will also depend on the amount of volumes and things going through as well, right? Which is pretty incredible. But at the moment, what's your experience like that with some of these tokens in terms of getting drops into your wallet, which has been pretty good. And they're typically paid what in Pulse?
Yeah, it's you don't have to do anything. It just Pulse just appears in your wallet. But recently there was a small update on the whole reward system because people were trying to gain it. So yesterday, I think they started a major update, and it
Yeah.
should be done by now because I started getting my rewards again.
Okay.
So it should be done. But I noticed that they slowed down the rewards a little bit to kind of protect the ecosystem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So my
if you
my
had
last payout.
$100 worth of a token, how much of a rewards might you get in a day at the current volumes that's going through the system?
It's around 4% a day,
About
4 to
4%.
six
Okay.
percent,
Okay, that's
and then
pretty amazing though,
maybe
right?
in a bad day, maybe it might be 2 to 4%.
2 to 4%. Okay. And what are
Yeah.
some? So that's the upside. That's the reward. What are some of the risks? Do you think in this ecosystem? Obviously, crypto always has risks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The risk could be that in the past few months, this token already appreciated 500x, right?
This is
So you,
missile. This missile chart here. We got that in the chart here at the moment.
oh
So
yeah, okay.
it's up
So
quite a bit there, but it's still not at the all time high, but it's still up quite a bit.
yeah, in the case of the Remember
600%.
token,
Yep.
yeah, it did have a huge rally.
Hmm.
So you don't you people either should to should try to speculate a little bit or just wait for retracement,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem to be losing strength at the moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that being said, you just do your own research and make a decision.
Yeah, there is a risk reward trade off for participating in any token in the ecosystem. These are some of the bigger ones at the moment. Missor and Remember, along with Finvesta and a couple others. I see the volume at the moment is 120k, liquidity is 19k, and the market cap's 14. But not only have you got this happening, but you've obviously getting the rewards right, which for Missor is paid in Pulse, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, no. Misor pays you in Finvesta, and
Oh,
Remember pays you in Pulse.
okay, cool. So Missa will pay you in Finvesta, folks, if you want to
Mm.
check that out. And of course, the Finvesta chart looks pretty amazing. We checked that out earlier. Let's quickly look at Remember, which pays you in PulseChain. So if you're keen on getting PulseChain, this is a good one. It's got reverse liquidity engineering with a combination of supply and arbitrary imbalances to create forever reward tokens. So it's got pretty cool tokenomics, right? Like you say, it's integrating a lot of the best stuff we've seen before and also inspired from the super dev James Maria from Atropa. So it's got some cool tokenomics in there. Let's have a quick look at the chart. That is the chart. It looks unbelievable at the moment. So I did see it had a big wick today. There is volatility in there, folks. It's not a forever up chart. But at the moment, you reckon you're getting Pulse, and it's around about 2 to 4% you might be getting at the moment.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
last payout was 8 minutes ago.
8 minutes ago, sweet.
10
So
minutes.
it's not paying you out just constantly, like it said in the questions that had. If the gas is low, it's going to pay you more often. If the gas is high, it's going to hold off until the gas is lower, so that it's efficient in terms of allocating rewards to people.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, it seems to have slowed down a little bit, but now it's actually streaming consistently, right? For the
Yeah,
past day, there was a few hiccups on the reward system, but now it seems to be going smoothly.
yeah.
Hence
Well,
why the
anytime there's kind of this web and this sort of clever mechanism, you're always going to get people trying to attack it,
mm,
which I
yeah,
guess is
yeah,
what the devs tried to address. Yeah.
and that's probably why you got such a big retracement
Mm-hmm.
little the past day or so. But
Yeah.
once it started rolling out again, then people just bought back up.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got an opportunity, right? There's an opportunity here to earn Pulse rewards. At the moment, the volume is 232,000 versus a liquidity of 150,000. So it's probably about 70% more. Market cap's 21 mil at the moment. Now, does Remember have a big burn as well? Is this a common high burn as a common feature, or is it just Finvesta?
Which one?
With the Remember token, does it have a high burn of the total supply, or is it like Finvesta
Oh
does, where it's
yes.
like 95%?
Let me actually double check this. Remember.
Quickly check the website there. That's not opening up for me. So I've got extra protection on my stuff, so that's probably why. Um, let's have a look. We've got a few people in the chat there. Big shout out to Psycho Crypto. It's me. Good big shout out to you. Copo Dibiaz there as well. Big shout out. Yeah, looking good in the chat there, folks. And a big shout out. If you're new to the channel, just don't forget to subscribe, like, share the bell. If you want to join Strategy Club, the link is in the video description. Only $35 a month. We're passing intel through there all the time. We've got really great people in the community there as well. that pass information as well. So if you want to get some edge, definitely in there. Now, obviously, we're looking for high probability plays, not necessarily timing. Timing's always more difficult, but looking for good plays in crypto for sure. And sometimes you have to be patient too as well. We got Tintop in there. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Tintop. Big shout out there. And Hexanius there's got everyone like, please. Yeah, definitely smash the like on that one. Steady Pup, sup family. Good to see you, Steady Pup. Hope you're doing well. I got to remember that the comments animation takes a little bit to get up there. So sometimes I pop the name up and then I get rid of it too quick. Definitely like on all your accounts, just saying, yeah. So we're streaming to 3 YouTube channels. Obviously, we're streaming to the Kryptonite Show, streaming to Superman Crypto, and streaming to PulseChain X. That's about 10.5 to 11,000 subscribers. So big shout out to everybody out there. I really do appreciate your support, of course. We're pretty much doing daily crypto, but we've now expanded into doing a lot of politics, economics, and entertainment, sports, and things like that. So we'll be doing lots of different fun topics in here, and of course, getting a bigger audience, and therefore, exposing a lot more people to crypto, which is going to be a key benefit there. James Hexkin, House if Finvesta has the highest deflation token in crypto history there from James Hexkin. Nice one there. I'm surprised we haven't got DJ Paulie Wood in the house. He's also been talking about this as well. So big shout out to DJ Paulie Wood out there representing, doing a great job. Nice comment there, James. All right, kind of cool. So yeah, what did you have more comments on that one, MV?
Oh, wait a second. Actually, most of their tokens have deflationary how do you say systems on it? Yeah, mechanisms on it.
Okay. So definitely, if you're in there, you can check out the total supply on PulseChain scan. You can go do that. Just click on the token here, and it will take you there. Mine's got extra security, so I have to do some work around there. But you can go and you can check the total supply as well. And I'm sure maybe on the website they also let's check out the website particular for this for Finvesta. Now it is the finvesta.eco website, and you just / the token. That's the way you can find it in each of them. But that will give you a lot of the details as well. So remember, do due diligence. Now, I want to talk about that. So those are some of the key ones that we've covered. Let's see what else we got there. So those are the printer tokens. There's tax tokens, and remember to read the fine print at the bottom. So there's lots of tokens in this ecosystem, all trying to create value with with these bots. And you can start at the top: Finvesta, FKO, Finfire, Friends, Raise It Up. Those are the kind of 5 headlines, and then we get into all the other tokens as well: zero tax tokens, tax and reward tokens, and then of course the printer tokens. So there's 3 or 4 main categories of tokens in there, and you can take your pick. Obviously, some of the popular ones that obviously Finvesta and Misor and what's the other one? Believe. What was it? Believe. Finfire. What was the last one? I've forgotten that.
Remember, yeah.
Remember, yeah. I forgot. I had forgotten. Then you got to remember. See, how about that? That's pretty fun. All right, enough humor today. All right, so that's pretty much it on Finvesta. Check it out. Definitely offering some unique tokenomics and getting Pulse dropped in your wallet, or Finvesta dropped in your wallet just regularly throughout the day on large volumes, and bot webbing is pretty awesome with high burn tokenomics as well. Super high burn, like over 90% or so. Pretty incredible. MV, you got anything else to say about the ecosystem before we wrap up Finvesta? I'm going to talk about Signum Oracle next. So let us know what your final thoughts.
I feel like we covered the nitty gritty.
All right, the nitty gritty, which is a great dance, and yeah, very very cool. All right, so let's see what other comments we got.
We'll do it again in a few days just to follow up.
Yeah, let's catch up again. We're going to catch up on Finvesta again in a couple of days with MV. Probably beginning next week, and see how it's tracking. But in the meanwhile, you can check out Finvesta. Also, get involved in the Telegram group. It's on the top right, the Telegram group there. So you can click that button at the Telegram. Don't know if I've got the show there in the front, but there's a little join button. You can join and get involved in Telegram there. Watch out for rogue players. Only follow official stuff. And ignore DMs, stuff like that, but join the Telegram and you'll find a lot more details there as well. So big shout out there. Yeah, enjoy. It's got a huge community. Over 2,000, is that right, MV? Really growing fast?
Yeah, I think they just burst through 2,000. Let me check.
Yeah. And definitely one of the better performing ecosystems at the moment on PulseChain, really dominating at the moment.
They actually just reached 2,000, yeah.
2,000, yeah, pretty awesome. So there we are. Join the Telegram. It's at the top right there, and you can find out a lot more information. I hope you guys have enjoyed our first coverage of that ecosystem, and a big shout out to MV for joining us as well. Big key member of that community. A big shout out. Now, if you're in Telegram, hit the MV up, and he's got lots of good knowledge, a lot of these type of tokens, including pump tires and many other things. So show him a lot of support and a lot of love there. Hey, thanks MV, appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's show as well. First time MV's been on, so big shout out there.
Yeah, anytime. It's pretty nice to do these ones every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to getting back on next week, MV. All right, cheers, and we're going to talk about Signum Oracle now. So let's get on to that. Look catch you later. All right, so we've got the Signum Oracle at the moment. This is looking imminent. So look, we're talking about maybe within 24 hours. It's a very, very good chance that the Signum Oracle is launching on PulseChain in the next 24 hours. This is a game changer. So just like FinTech there was bringing game-changing tokenomics with advanced LP webbing and airdrops and hyper bind burns, this is going to bring us the Signum Oracle. We don't have any Oracle on PulseChain. Liquid Loans was going to bring us Fetch Oracle, but that fell away. We need something like Chainlink on PulseChain, so this is going to do it, and this will unleash a whole ton of sophisticated protocols and new developers on PulseChain. We're already getting some good stuff on PulseChain, but this is really going to take us to the next level. So Signum Oracle is going to be launching. I'm going to have the founder Stu on the show. We're going to be doing a live stream with him. We're going to cover this in full detail. It's going to be able to provide price information to PulseChain projects. It's going to be able to provide non-priced information as well, and also specialized tools potentially like RNG generators as well. So I don't know what the exact ramp up of that's going to be, but those are some of the benefits we're going to get from the Signum Oracle, and it's going to be decentralized, right? So that's the whole idea as well, is that's DeFi. So it's very exciting. Now I'm going to have Stu, the founder, on. He's going to show us through all this and talk about it once it's up and running. They are just going through the final little bells and whistles, and then that's going to be up and running. This is a big deal. Now, it's also going to open up a massive revenue opportunity for those that are into providing information. You can become an Oracle reporter for Signum Oracle. They're going to have specialized software that you can download. You will need a specialized computer, probably, at least a computer that's running 24/7 that you have to operate. So it's a bit like being a validator on PulseChain or on any other network. You're going to have to be a reporter, but you can earn revenue from tips and things like that. So it could be quite a nice little income earner there. Another way of earning some pretty decent income potentially on PulseChain. And the more developers that are using it, and of course, we know Jacob from Jacob's ecosystem is going to use it. He's the world's best peer-to-peer developer. He's going to be using this as well for his projects. He's got Pulse Mafia, and we're going to talk about some of those. So this is coming out potentially within the next 24 hours or so. We will keep you updated, but you're very, very, very close on Signum Oracle. It is a big, big deal there. So looking forward to that. We've got a couple more comments in the chat. Just want to get to those before we move on into some of the applications for Signum Oracle. What do we got there? We got Tiva says Finvesta to $100 soon. Nice one there, Tiva. And if you want to join our strategy club, that is the link right there. You can use Brian's link there because it's better than Wookie's link. So definitely join strategy club today. Only $35 a month. Really great value there. You're paying normally $200-$300 in other crypto groups. That is only $35 a month. Fantastic there for the info. We've got Wookie's link as well there. And awesome there, Wookie. Got to talk about that strategy club today, 100%. Now we got some other stuff here. We got Brat in the house there as well. Remember is fire. In 2 weeks, I'd almost 10x my stacks. Is Brat. Nice work there. Very, very cool. I think if you're getting 4% today, that would get you your capital return back in 3 weeks. I think it's about like that. Works out like that. Psycho Crypto says Finvesta to $420. Oh, well, that's even better than Tiva there. You guys are outbidding each other there, but definitely looking pretty positive there. That system continues to work sustainably. Then we could see some pretty big things there as well. Brendan says, can MV do the nitty gritty before he leaves? I'm not sure if he's going to do that. He's got better things to do. He's making mad crypto gains. What's he going to muck around with the nitty gritty? Well, that's a great dance. That is a great dance. Great job there, says Psycho Crypto. Yeah, MV did a fantastic job. Big shout out there. And Red Squirrel now there. Signum will be huge for PulseChain. Absolutely. Red Squirrel gets it. He knows it's a big deal for Oracle. Big deal indeed. So kind of cool. All right, so that is Signum. That is launching within probably the next 24 hours. Like I say, it's imminent. It really is. Not 2 more weeks. It's really imminent there. One of the big applications is going to be from Jacob. He's the world's best peer-to-peer dev, and of course leading in GameFi, and of course also DeFi. Now he's got PSD Algo. This is going to be massive. PulseChain at the moment has 2 out of the 3 different types of stablecoins. It has liquidity forks, which are collateral backed, and then it has the Coast fiat backing. So it's got the fiat backing, it's got the collateral backing. This is 2 out of 3 parts of the stablecoin trilemma, but we need the biggest one, which is an algorithmic one that is truly scalable. And therefore it doesn't get stuck all on the platform, but actually moves around and circulates and pushes extra demand into the PulseChain tokens. And PSD Algo is the one that's going to do that. Now, there's a couple of speculative stablecoins out there. These things are not pegged to $1, so they're speculative. They might be like 200x to get to $1. I mean, it's a lot of upside capital, but they're speculative. But PSD is going to be pegged to $1 pretty much on day one. And then it's in the test net we had a year ago, it operated better than those other 2 models. So it operated better than Coast, operated better than Liquidity Forks in terms of its stability to $1 peg. And it was very impressive. And furthermore, it also made money. And the cool thing about it is that it's like Terra Luna, but done right? So there's people out in the community at the moment in the crypto trying to make Terra Luna classic, go back to 1 cent. There's lots of YouTubers out there talking about let's go back to 1 cent. But actually, it's not workable, right? So PSD Algo is going to be the first workable algo core. It's still speculative, but it's, the modeling testing has worked fantastic, and it's going to be on PulseChain. And PUSD is the best branding, right? Pulse USD makes you can't be better than that. And of course, Algo is the token of the platform, algorithmic, right? So that's kind of how that works. They're going to be a reward token called Flex, and that's going to be fantastic. And that's what's going to operate here. So whatever you do on the system, you're going to get reward tokens and Flex. You're also going to be able to swap Algo token. People have to purchase Algo and then swap it to PUSD to get the stable coin. And so you got that nice inflation of Algo, and it would have that up and down, which is pretty cool. Now, the other thing, of course, it's going to have a V3 DEX, potentially could be the second biggest DEX behind PulseX on PulseChain. So it's got that as well. So you've got stablecoin, algorithmic, the first one to market. You got V3 DEX. You got a lot of big offerings there. And potentially it could also be integrated into the rest of Jacob's projects, including Pulse Mafia, the number 1 GameFi, metaverse, and NFT market on PulseChain. So it's got a lot of big uses there in cross-pollination. So pretty cool. Now, at the moment, it's got a sacrifice open. The sacrifice has been open for some time. Now, the thing about this is that it is a prerequisite for its launch is the Signum Oracle, because it needs to be able to get price calls. It needs to be able to use an RNG that's decentralized, and therefore it's going to be very important for PSD Algo to operate. Now, PSD Algo is also going to have extra stability because it's going to be based on USDL, which is one of the liquidity fork models. So it's got that double stability there as well. And it's going to be pretty huge. Now, this is different from other contributions or sacrifices because up to 75% day one is going to go straight into the protocol. So that's all the money is going to be used. It's going to be used efficiently and straight away into the protocol. So you're not wondering where all the money went. So it's going to be pretty incredible. Now, if you want to get the 2 bonuses to get into this, there's a referral bonus. I got a 19% one in the video description, so definitely use that if you're going to go participate. Remember to always do your due diligence. There is some documents, and if you check out if you type in PSD Algo on this YouTube channel, the Crypto Night Show, you will find a whole video series there of interviews with Jacob, the world's best peer-to-peer dev, there on that one too. Very insightful. Now, you can get a 90% bonus. Use the link in the video description. If you do $1,000 inclusive of that 90% bonus, you will then get the second bonus, which is potentially massive, up to, and I say up to 2x, a bonus there as well. So it could be massive bonuses in terms of getting tokens for what is going to be the ultimate stablecoin, algorithmic first one probably in the world that's going to be working very, very well. PSD Algo there from one of the smartest guys in crypto, Jacob, of course. And so that's the first one there you do. So all you have to do is send money to the sacrifice wallet or contribution wallet here. And then, of course, you'll get that 90% bonus. You can use any tokens from PulseChain or Ethereum. Any ones on these list here are fine. And you can send it to that. All you have to do is connect your wallet up. You'll get that 90% bonus. And if you use the link in the video description, and you'll be able to send the tokens there, you'll get copied. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is that after the Signum Oracle launches, which is probably within the next 24 hours, we're going to see it operate. And then once Jacob is satisfactory that it's operating as expected with the information that he needs, he will then give us an updated plan about what the next steps are for PSD Algo. So you do have to be patient with the timeline. Obviously, it's been about a year now, but now is the time. So since 17th of January, Jacob's got very proactive on this, and he says we're getting close because now we've got the Signum Oracle coming. We've got something that is a prerequisite that is going to enable this project. So it's going to be very exciting to see that. So there's also going to be not into the stable coin, but abilities to stake and earn and provide liquidity on the PSD Algo. The heart and soul of PSD Algo is the stability miner. And these are a bit like the FinTech, the Finvest ecosystem with the bots running around. This is also going to have the bots holding the peg as well. So this very decentralized, very botted ecosystem. And of course, people are going to be able to provide liquidity to help peg that dollar, which is going to be underpinned by USDL stablecoin, the liquidity fork, and do this well and earn a return on that. So it's got lots of ways to earn on here as well. There are multiple ways. It's going to be pretty impressive there. So definitely check it out. And I'll be giving an update on Signum Oracle, and then hopefully we'll get Jacob on to give us an update about PSD Algo. So very excited. Now, another big project from Jacob is the Mafia. It is the #1 GameFi, the only metaverse, and the #1 NFT market on PulseChain. And we've had some big updates here. So I want to go through that. So the game wiki, we're going to go to that at the moment. Now, just before I do that, we've got massive vaults on here. This is in Pulse. So this is probably going to be the first $1 million game on PulseChain in terms of the vault. It's got $300,000 worth of Pulse, 8 billion Pulse at the moment. That would make it about number 180 on the sacrifice list for PulseChain, and it's going up all the time, right? So last time I gave an update was 200, number 200 in sacrifice. Now it's 180, so it's pretty impressive. We get a 3x, 3.5x in Pulse. This suddenly is worth $1 million. We get a 10x. We're in multi-million-dollar reward game there. So this is going to be huge, right? Now, we had a big update yesterday from Jacob. And of course, that is we've got a new stage here, Protocol FBI. And that means that you don't have to be a gangster in this game. You're going to be able to be in the FBI as well. But you've got to be a pretty damn good player to become an FBI agent. And you can be killed as an FBI agent as well. So that has been read out as well. So that is pretty exciting on there. So what side of the law you on? A new possible game journey arrives. You can join the Protocol FBI if you are catching criminals and enjoy a different kind of reward from the game. Now, normally, as you guys know, I'm the consigliere for the directorate, the most powerful and feared allegiance and a set of families in the Mafia game, along with our Don, Max Payne. And it is incredible. And our Capitacina, Mr. M, as I call him. But beware, the more mobsters you catch, the bigger the bounty on your head. Catching a criminal issues a severely extended jail period. Rank up your career within the Federal Bureau. It's easy. It's not easy to get in. The only brightest of minds qualify. Joining FBI and removes you from vault payouts, city yield, doing crimes and killing users. So remember, you are a police person. We're supposed to be. The FBI agents can be killed like everybody else in the game. Who will be the director? Who will be sergeants, special agents, and detectives? Climb the ranks of the FBI and earn your fair share of the confiscations. So if you confiscate stuff, you're going to get a share. Get paid. Sounds almost like a criminal outfit as well. Get paid in cash for each mobster you catch. Take down big fish and get paid. Be the most effective detective in the game. Earn a lot if you are good at your job. So that is Mafia, the #1 GameFi, #1 NFT marketplace. This thing's going to be massive. This game, and big rewards there as well. Now, if you haven't played it, definitely join up. It's on PulseChain and BNB because you can really have a good time there. It's only 2,000 Mafia, so it's super cheap to join up. You can either join a family as well, or you can become an FBI guy now, apparently. So that's pretty crazy, right? So pretty crazy stuff there. Now I'm going to show you the links there, but you can join up to this game as well. So let me just pull up Pulse Mafia, and we're going to go into that. So if you want to play on Pulse Mafia there, this is the link, and I do strongly encourage you to get a player. It's only 2,000 Mafia. It's like, I don't know, $1 or something like that. It is super cheap. Get in there, have fun, and you could earn some massive PulseChain gains. That's all I'm going to say there. That is from the Kryptonite show. So join up today. Only 2,000 Mafia. Join a family. Now, I'm, like I say, the second in the leadership team, the consigliere for the syndicate, the most powerful and feared family. Feel free to join up to that as well. Hit me up about that, or just check out the Pulse Mafia site and join the family. You can actually just go to the players and families, go to the Yakuza there at the top. We're at #1, and you can then join up through the Telegram there. Hit that little Telegram mark right there, that little I'm trying to get there, that little Telegram mark there, and you can join up today. Now, we just increased our family payout share to 55%, which is the best out there. So definitely you're going to get paid pretty well also within our family. We look after our peeps, as it were. We look after our peeps. So that's how we roll, or our gangsters. That's the one way we're going to talk about it, our gangsters. So which is pretty neat. All right, so that is that from that. Now I'm going to wrap up the show. We're going to be talking about last topic, TitanX. TitanX. Let's do that, yeah, boy. Now, we're going to go to TitanX and wrap this up. Now, obviously, TitanX has been trying to find the bottom. Where is the bottom of TitanX? We had wave 1, wave 2, and of course, we're trying to find wave 3, right? Wave 3 is the best. Wave 3 is the best. Now, let's have a look here. Now, there was a big theme, of course, from Jake Sharp, the founder of TitanX, that we would get hyperdeflation, and therefore we'd have a big price rally. Now, the opposite of that's happened. Welcome to crypto. Sometimes things don't play out that way because the big players decide to do something different. The other thing, of course, we've also had major market events over the months of November, December, and January, and now February, which has also infected Ethereum and the TitanX ecosystem as well. We've had the Trump token launch. Everyone dumped all their bags over on Ethereum, jumped over to Solana, tried to pump their, we had a lot of this stuff. Melania token, Malaya token. I mean, there's been so much competing narratives out there that it's really affected a lot of protocols. TitanX definitely affected by that. Now, we can see here on the US price, we're back. We had wave 1 with a 10x. Then we had a big pullback that basically pulled back completely. We thought we might hold up at 603,000, but we broke there again with another whale or 2 whales there selling us down. And now we're back pretty much where we were on the 2nd of August before it all rallied. So we're still waiting to find that third wave. What does this mean? You have to be patient, of course. Sometimes you're holding these positions. The other one is, of course, you buy the bottom, right? So you buy the bottom. If you think this is the bottom, it looks pretty good, then this may be a good place to go. Now, we may still have a bit of volatility next week with the tariffs and stuff like that, so just take that into account. But definitely this is looking very, very good for a pickup next. Now, this is US dollar price. As you guys know, I really followed the TitanX versus ETH, and so we're going to have a look at that at the moment. So TitanX, ETH there, we bounced off 10 zeros, 6,900. We're currently at 10 zeros, 8,300 there, and we bounced off yesterday, 7,800 there, 10 zeros, 7,800. So we're going to try and lose that zero, get back into the nines again, 9,000, 1,000, that's up here. So we've got a bit of work to do, but we got a green candle today. That's really nice, given the fact that Ethereum went down again. This time, TitanX didn't follow, which is pretty cool. And just remember that TitanX is not like any other ordinary ecosystem because it has a big buy and burn DAO, as we might want to call it these days. And that is that we've got liquid supply of 12.8 million. That's 66.4 trillion liquid TitanX. And we got $12.8 million of value there in liquid. But when we go to the buy and burn, we've got V1, which has already got 4,451 Ethereum in there, and that is worth $10.3 million. So, we're like 80% plus collateralized with this buy and burn supporting the token economics. Of course, it is turned off at the moment, and of course, people are wondering when it will get turned on. I don't expect to be turned on anytime soon, but it does serve as a bit of a DAO there at the moment. Now, obviously, the omni-chain version is the big narrative now, so hyperdeflation will have to take its time, and that will probably depend on success and to some degree of the buy and burn operating later on, but also the X28 going omni-chain to multiple chains, moving from Ethereum firstly over to BNB, to base chain, I should say. And so X28 is the version of that for TitanX. It is the omni-chain version. It can go to multiple chains via layer 0 technology bridges. And that is what we've seen. We've only seen one project so far go over, and that is the Uranus project. And look at that thing. It's up 41% today. So I have promoted that last week, and that has turned out to be very good. Now, it has up and downs, but that's what you want to get when you've got a tax token. It is a 12% tax, 10% reflection, 2% that goes back into the ecosystem, supporting the buy and burn, supporting the LP webbing, and, of course, a little bit to the Genesis wallet there as well. So that's up 41% today, doing very well. This is the first project at the moment over on base chain. So Uranus there has been quite the winner, and I'm very optimistic about where it can go. They turned off the buy and burn, right, to accelerate to a burn party, and I believe that's still coming up. I don't believe that started yet, so that is still coming up there. You can see at the moment we went from a ratio of 0.97. Remember that Uranus was minted 1-to-1 for X28, and now we're at 1.43. So things going pretty well for the Uranus token there over on base, the first omni-chain token. So far, so good. we're going to be looking forward to that continuing its win there. Now, remember, just like in Finvesta, you're getting a 10% reflection in there. And so you just sit there back and pretty. As long as you're getting some reasonable volume through, you're going to do pretty well in that token. So that's kind of cool. And like I say, buy and burn party is going to be in play as well. Now, let's go back up to some of the other narratives that are happening here in the TitanX ecosystem. Now, always picking the bottom of the market, man, that just gives you the upside. It's just so massive. So you'll have to decide for yourself where that TitanX chart is. We've got Shogun. Shogun's going to go omni-chain. So that's coming up soon. So that's going to be very bullish at the moment. It's got LP. It's got an 8% tax on LP webbing. It's also got buy and burn in there as well, and a perpetual auction. So that is ticking away there quite nicely, burning Shogun supply, and of course adding a lot of bullishness there with the omni-chain move. Hydra is pretty much out. It's finished today for the most part, or at least tomorrow, US time. So Hydra is virtually basically minted out, and that's buy and burn's turned off, and that's got massive buy and burn as well versus supply also. So that's going to be huge. Hyper is included as well. That's pretty close to it as far as I know as well. So both of these have got turned off buy and burn. So TitanX is turned off, DragonX is turned off, Hydra and Hyper turned off. So when they get turned off at the right time, probably when we move into some of these omni-chain moves, then we could see some big things happen there for TitanX. So picking on the bottom at the moment is a pretty attractive proposition. But like I say, crypto speculative. You'll have to make your judgments yourself. Volt, of course, is another one of my favorites, up 9%. I think that's going to be doing amazing. It's got a huge roadmap. Ouroboros lending collateral could take Volt off the market, put a bit of price pressure. We've got Thundervolting coming, getting 1% of the LP sharing to Volt stakers. That could take Volt off the market, and also get some buying in there as well. And then we've got Bitcoin Genie, which is probably the frontier of DeFi 3.0. We're talking about cool systems like we had before with Finvesta, but actually Bitcoin Genie is really at the frontier of DeFi 3.0. So we're looking forward to that. That is coming out from our mad scientist TVD. Can't wait for that. And that also will benefit Volt as well. And Volt supply at the moment burning off 45% altogether. And of course, Volt is also burning about 600,000, 650,000 tokens a day. So that supply is getting very low indeed. So very bullish about Volt at the moment. Like I say, if you haven't joined up to our strategy club, definitely consider joining up today because we're passing a lot of intel through there. So definitely join up there. You can use Wookie's link for sure to join up to strategy club today. So definitely get $35 a month. Fantastic value. Normally you're paying like $200-300. So that is fantastic value there as well. Now, sometimes you will have to be patient. Obviously, we're getting into more probable ecosystems. We do speculative stuff on the crypto. We get more probable ones as well. But sometimes the timing you have to wait, just like TitanX, where it's had a down chart for 3 months or so. You got to wait for the upside, right? So the upside as well. So sometimes you have to be around for a little while to get those mad gains. But like I say, all the buy and burns turned off. There's massive collateral back in the system. We've got a big roadmap, omni-chain with Jake Sharp. It's also going to have things from Eric from DragonX, which are going to be pretty revolutionary. We've got Brandon there doing V3 dexes, Eric doing farms, and these are all at the frontier DeFi 3.0, at least for the farms of DeFi 3.0. A lot of the rest of these projects are DeFi 2.0, but that is looking pretty good. Now, we're obviously going to have Morpheus from Brandon going with a base and with V3 dexes and stuff like that. That's what we're expecting. Haven't had confirmation, but that's what we're expecting there. We know Inferno is also going to base chain as an omni-chain. That is one of the 3 top burners, right? The top burners are TitanX at 55%. We've got Morpheus. We've got Inferno at 55%, and then we've got let's scroll down here. Viper at 55%. These are the highest burn tokens. That excludes LP, which is kind of quasi sinks and other things like buy and burn. So it excludes all that. It's just a straight up buy and space up burn basically. And we've got Morpheus coming as well. We're expecting some big things from Brandon there with the V3 Dex. Really, really cool offering, both on Ethereum as well. And then we've also got those farms coming over from Tink Farms. This is from Eric from DragonX. And Eric is also doing stuff on PulseChain, right? So he's bringing the Crash game to PulseChain. That's going to be really, really exciting to see. That's going to benefit Fire Whales token there as well. So we're looking forward to that. That is still delayed, but coming, I guess. Tink Farm there up 1%. So we're going to get that over to base chain. That's going to be really innovative over there with the fees obviously being burned by the LP supply, and it's got targeted LP burning, so it's pretty neat there. In other words, you can move it around to target different tokens. And of course, looking forward to it to come to PulseChain as well. Yeah, and then of course we know that all the Element 280 tokens are all coming over to base chain as well. Element, of course, is by the dude and doing some great stuff there with LP webbing. He's very big into that too, and he's going to benefit Uranus, right? So they're going to bring Element 280 over, Element 369. We're going to be getting Baby Dragon X from James is coming over as well, and that's going to be all paired up with Element, including Uranus there. So it's going to increase the LP webbing for Uranus there, and of course that has a 12% tax. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see all that play out and all going to base chain there. Finally, we've got the Ouroboros there, the stablecoin doing very, very well. Let's go have a look how much collateral is Ouroboros. The founder has done a fantastic job that's super shadowy. He's done an amazing job there over on here. So let's have a quick look at the stats at the moment on Ouroboros, the big lending stablecoin in the TitanX ecosystem. Only recently launched, of course, about 11 days now. That's pretty crazy, right? 11 days has gone by. Let's have a look at the moment. So far, the only collateral you can use is TitanX and DragonX, but we know that ORX is going to be it. That's the token for the platform. And we know that Volt's coming up on it as well. So that's going to be huge. And we're also potentially Ethereum also going to be used for collateral as well. You can see those on the left-hand side there. But so far, what do we got? $1.3 million. This has been as high, I think it's 1.6 or so million, depending on where the tokens are going in value. Obviously, if we get a rally in all these things, then this value TVL is going to go up through the moon. So that's what we're waiting for there. Pretty cool. We've got 4.3 trillion TitanX in the lending collateral, plus the 4 trillion that was used for the ORX minter. That's over 8.3 trillion. TitanX has gone into the system alone, pretty successful. And 365 billion DragonX in there as well. Not bad also. All right, so that's kind of cool. USDX staking yield at the moment. What is that? 544% at the moment. And if you want to mint some USDX use collateral, you can come here to the minter here and just put your tokens in and open up a cool loan. But just remember, don't get liquidated. Have a good safety there as well. Kind of cool. And I see a couple of people getting a bit close, 135, etc. Definitely want to be over 110% a lot. You want to be definitely over 150% probably a minimum if you're taking some risk. All right, so that is kind of where we are there. Now, what's coming up on the projects? Obviously, all these tokens moving to base chain, webbing up and all that sort of stuff. But we've also got Wyver next there coming as well. Only 1 day and 9 hours away for that. And of course, that's going to benefit not only itself, but also benefit the Tink farms. So that'll be the second project that's benefiting the Tink farms besides Tink itself. The other one, of course, being the Bonfire token at the moment. So Tink going to get some more love. If Tink gets more love, then it helps lift the whole ecosystem, lifting the incentives. More liquidity goes in there, more farming, LP, and it lifts the whole system overall over time. So it's kind of cool like that. Yeah, very excited for Bitcoin Genie coming up. That's in final audits as far as I know. And Taurus there coming from Cryptographics, one of the big influencers in TitanX and PulseChain. Looking forward to that. And we've got quite a few other projects on the list here as well coming to market in the future, as well as this is on Ethereum, as well as onto base chain, the first omni-chain version there. Very, very excited to see that. So lots of stuff happening, man. And we've covered a lot of it today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. What are we up to? An hour and 12 minutes. So it's a full show for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed everything today. And I will catch you guys in the next one there. I just remembered, Brian, I set up a whole scene for the charts and I forgot to use it today, apart from talking about MV, but I'll try and remember it tomorrow's show. How about that? All right. That'd be pretty cool for those charts. I actually had set that up. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Like I say, man, we're covering some cool stuff. We're covering crypto. We're covering stock market. We're covering PulseChain. We're covering TitanX ecosystem. Sometimes you have to be patient with some of these things. If it goes for a downtrend for 3 months, it's if it's still got a lot of the fundamentals in place, then you just hold on and it will go back up on another wave at the right time, right? The roadmap rolls out. A lot of the devs keep building, and the crypto market goes back up again. You just got to be patient sometimes with these things. We can't always time everything that's going to go. Sometimes, crypto, we're expecting Trump to come out with some Bitcoin buying reserve that has not come out quite yet, but maybe it comes out next month. So it's just some of these things. The timing's not always easy to predict. But we're playing probability as best as we can, and trying to get timing as best as we can as well. But definitely the charts look pretty groovy for pickups at the moment for sure. All right, take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Join the Strategy Club. Links in the video description. And look forward to my next broadcast later this afternoon. It'll be another, probably a political one. So enjoy that as well. Or it could be something else. You just never know. All right, take care, everybody. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, leave your comments afterwards. I do reply to them all, and I'll see you guys in Discord. Take care, everybody, and thanks to everybody from the Finvesta community jumping in today. Really great to see you all. I hope you guys enjoyed the show for sure. Nico says, nice one. Catch you next time. Good info. And back to Telegram again. Hey, Nico, enjoy. See you there. Bye for now. Let's go, everybody. Let's go.